Welcome again to the Moeller&Barber Real Estate Series, where we dive into not only buying real estate, but how do you get the money for it? And today we're going to be talking about not all condos are created equal, and you're about to find out why. So if you're getting ready to buy a condo, you better check out the next few minutes. So here we go. All right.
Probably one of the hardest questions to answer, honestly, when somebody calls in is down payments for condos.
It's crazy, right?
I know, it should be such a simple thing,
Yeah.
and it just is not.
Right.
And what we're finding a lot of times is the first step is understanding that Florida condos are separate from every other condo. So when you go into the conventional guidelines, right, and
Yep.
I live in a different state, I want to live the dream, I want to buy a Florida condo.
So I'm in Iowa, and I talked to my mortgage friend, and they do conventional. I'm like, oh yeah, you can buy any condo, it's all fine, and that's not the case here.
No.
Okay.
Because what happens is when you look at a guideline, we're talking about conventional financing today,
Right.
which is your Fannie and Freddie products.
Sure.
You'll have a grid, and the grid will say all other states, and then below it it'll say Florida.
Great.
So we have our own grid.
Okay.
So what happens is if you're a lender that does condos,
Mhm.
but you don't work in Florida primarily,
Mhm.
a lot of times they're looking at the wrong grid.
Okay.
It becomes that simple.
That's important. That's important to know.
It really is.
Right.
And the second part of that is you'll hear this PERS approval thrown around, right? Which means
Okay.
Fannie's already put them on the OK list.
Okay.
Florida has one in our area on the OK list, which means we're literally reviewing each and individual condo on a per contract basis to qualify.
So let's dive into that a little bit more. So there's only one condo building
Like in Clearwater,
in Clearwater
Mhm.
that is approved for.
PERS, like I don't have to do anything as a lender.
Okay. So
Correct.
it's not that other ones can't be approved, but you really got to dive into each one individually.
Right. So that brings up our 2 points.
Okay. Let's see.
Right. We have a full review and limited review.
Okay.
Those are two separate approval processes.
Okay.
And what that basically means is there's condo questionnaire forms.
Mhm.
We send them to the HOA.
Okay.
The HOA may have a third-party company like HomeWise
Mhm.
that they require us to get those completed by. There's a
Right.
small charge,
Okay.
and we pull that information. A limited review doesn't go in as deeply on the condo, right? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's limited.
Mhm.
What does limited mean? A little bit more money down.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're doing a primary residence and you live here, you can do 25% down
Okay.
on a limited review.
Mhm.
We can partner up with another company and maybe get you as little as 10% down.
Okay.
As far as the second home, then it changes a little bit and it's 30% down.
Wow.
And only partnering up for an additional 5%, so 25% down for
Right.
limited review.
Sure.
And you cannot buy an investment condo
Okay.
limited review.
Okay.
It does not
It
qualify.
doesn't work.
Right.
Right.
So second process is a full review.
All right.
Really, the big difference, to make it simple, is going into the finances
Mhm.
of the project itself. The budget
Right.
comes into play.
And that's really where the risk is for the lender, right? Is they need to understand the viability financially of the
Right.
building.
The reserves.
Right,
Right. Is there defaults on maybe HOAs?
Mhm.
Are there people that aren't paying them on time? What kind of insurances? are they
Maintenance of the
keeping?
building coming up.
Exactly.
those kind of things.
Exactly. We look at that. Not that the project's not great,
Mhm.
because we will lend on it still
Right.
at a different loan to value.
Right.
But the full review is where you hear those 97% financing primary residences,
Gotcha.
or a 10% down second home,
Gotcha.
or a 15% down investment property,
Gotcha.
because it can pass a little bit more strenuous test,
Mhm. Gotcha.
right? So it's hard when you're coming to us as a buyer saying, how much money am I going to need to buy a condo? Because we really don't know what condo you're going to pick.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So, what part of the process, right? I mean, you almost got to have the condo then say, okay, will this work for me?
Right.
And then
Right.
is it limited or full? And what's the better way to go? And, what are you going to be required to do, right?
Right, or can you, I've got 30% to put down, I really want to put 20% down, but worst case scenario, I can put 30,
Right.
right? We can look at that as well, knowing that it can probably pass for both. And then there's just those condos that no one can lend on. And the realtors kind of go into the searches at that point
Sure.
and see it's been cash, cash, cash,
Right,
cash,
right.
cash, cash, cash.
Yep.
And then,
That's why.
you can't buy it, right? And that's conventional products. Now, you do have a separate product, which is the non-warrantable programs,
right.
which as a lender we also do.
Yep.
And then you get into a little bit higher interest rates,
Sure.
maybe a little bit more money down, still financeable, still great products, just not the ones that you hear about when you're looking
The
to your online.
97%.
Yes,
right.
your online research.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the takeaways then are really, again, like we started the show, was they're not all created equal.
No.
You need to talk to the expert.
Correct.
You need to do your homework, and then from there you can really determine what your finance options are going to be.
Exactly. And again, it's all going to come down to really the condos that you start to fall in love with and letting us look at those, right? And we do have
Yeah.
a list of condos that we do.
All right. Well, I didn't know that you have a list of approved condos.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't. Educate me.
Yes. So what happens is because we do so many condos in our area,
Right.
Caliber actually has an approved list they started putting together
Mhm.
so that we can go on, look at it. Yes, we've already qualified. It'll only get approved full or it'll get approved limited.
Gotcha.
So if your buyers are calling in and they want to put limited funds down,
Right.
we can actually kind of point them
Sure.
to the condos in their market that will work.
That's awesome. I mean, that helps in, setting expectations. But more importantly, I think it really points out to me the importance of having somebody in the local market to work with, right?
I agree.
Because if I'm over the internet trying to get financing, or if I'm calling some servicing center in Atlanta or somewhere else, they don't know the market. They don't, so I could be all the way down the line, fell in love, getting ready, picking out furnishings, getting ready to do this deal, and all of a sudden that building's not going to work because I didn't work with someone local who knew the buildings.
Right. Understands the insurances for Florida.
Right.
The requirements that we need here.
It's just so important, guys. I mean, it just clicked in my mind because I have some scars and bruises for going through that process, and that's why that's why I use Alexa, because I will have less bruises and scars through this process. But thanks for the time today. Really appreciate it. Well, condos are not all created equal, and we learned about that today from Alexa. So I hope this is helpful for you. We're going to put all the information that she shared with us down in the comments and some bullets. We're going to link up her contact information. Feel free to reach out for her. If you're looking to buy a condo, get the best financing person on your team and then run with it, and happy house hunting. So
thank you.
All right, cool. We'll see you the next time at the Moeller&Barber series. We'll see you.
Bye.